Okay, welcome to the session of environmental physics. Hi, Velbert. Hope you are good. So, let us discuss a little bit on the environmental physics. As you can see, this topic is widely we can engage with it in the geography, in chemistry. So, even on the physics, we can engage with environmental physics, where we are going actually to check um we are going to check what are these or the physics in different areas, where you can see here we have an agriculture physics, energy from environment, geophysics, environmental pollution. I think all of this you have already covered from different subjects. But what we are going to check mainly on the agriculture physics, we are going to check on the influence of solar radiation on plant growth, influence of wind, humidity, rainfall, and the air temperature on the plant growth, and soil environment component which influence a plant's growth. So these are mainly things we're gonna check on the agriculture physics. But also we are going to check on the energy from the environment. We are using energy. Where now does it come from? How can it be produced? How can it be stored? How can it be transferred from one station to another? So for this, we are going to check it. Um, Hope you'll enjoy at the end of the session. And mainly on the image, we're gonna check on photovoltaic image, wind image, geothermal image, wave image. Also, we're gonna see now on the geophysics mainly. This is a topic I think on Form 4. Yes. On geophysics, we're gonna discuss about that. Mainly it is the earthquake, how earthquake occur, what are the symptoms for the earthquake, what are the precautions to be taken. So this mainly thing we're gonna check when we are discussing on what's on geophysics. So we on geophysics we're gonna discuss about the electric rebound theory, types of seismic waves, propagation of seismic waves, and seismology. All these are main things we are going to check on the geophysics. But we have an environmental pollutions. We know uh, about environmental pollutions. We're gonna check on the types of pollution in the atmosphere, transports, mechanics of atmospheric pollutants, nuclear waste and their disposal, effect of pollution and visibility and optical properties of the materials. So this is mainly things we're gonna check on environmental physics at the earlier topic when you are in Form 6. So basically on the introduction, we're gonna start with environmental physics. What is environmental physics? Hmm? What is the environmental physics, guys? When we say environmental physics is an interdisciplinary subject that integrates the physics process in the following discipline: the atmosphere, this one, the biosphere, the hydrosphere, and the geosphere. So these are mainly things we're gonna check on the environmental physics. And so environmental physics we can define as the response of living organism to their environment within the framework of physics of environment processes and issues. So it's going to be defined as the responsibilities, or is how you respond to what we call is how you respond, the living things, how they respond toward their environments within a framework of physics. So by using physics, how we're going to respond to our environment is what we're going to check on environmental physics. So it is structured within the relationship between the atmosphere and the ocean. The ocean, land, soil, and the vegetation. So mainly it is structured within the relationship between the atmosphere and the ocean, hydrosphere, land, lithosphere, soil, and vegetations. So it embraces the following themes. So the environment physics is gonna embrace the following things. as the structure within the relationship between the atmosphere, the ocean, land, soil, and the vegetation or biospheres. So it embraces the following themes. The first thing, so we are saying now, this human environmental and the survival physics. So the human environment and the survival physics. Beauty environment, renewable energy, remote sensing, weather, climate, and the climatic change. And the environmental has. So the environment may be defined as the medium in which any entity find itself. Any entity, the entity, the meaning of entity, you're gonna be you, you're gonna be your chair, you're gonna be your table, you're gonna be the boards, you're gonna be that class you are in. So those we call those are environments. Or in a good way, we can define as we used to define it, is everything surrounding us. Those we call a what? Environment. For a cloud, it is environment may be the region of the atmosphere in which it is formed. So this is mainly we're gonna talk on the environmental physics. Now let us dive on the agriculture physics. How physics enhance agriculture. So we when we talk about agriculture, we talk about many things. We talk about farming. We talk about animal keeping. We talk a lot of so how physics enhance or influence the agriculture. And agriculture physics is concerned with physics environment in relation to the plant laws. Uh, Agriculture physics is concerned with physics environment in relation to the plant laws. So that is called the agriculture physics. So once you hear something, it's called the agriculture physics. Mainly check on the it concerned with the physics environment in relation to the plant laws. So mainly, we're gonna check how does physics relate to the plant laws. Okay. So if there are some factors has been discussed on physics influence the what? Influence influence the glows of the plant is what we are going to check. So agriculture physics it concerned with the environment in relation to the plant glows. So starting with this one, the relationships. One or A, influence of radiation environment on plant growth. So you guys have you talked about you have about the radiations in for this one heat and decimal dynamics. So radiations, what are the radiations? How come from? Radiation environments refer to the radiation present in the atmosphere commonly coming from the what? The sun. So this radiation is just in the heat energy from the sun, which reach out the Earth's surface through what? Through radiations. So the radiations are all surrounding us, coming from where? From the sun. So refer to the present radiations present in the atmosphere, commonly coming from the what? From the sun. So this is one of the definition. Components of solar radiations as well. We have said mainly radiations come from the sun. So we're gonna talk about the solar radiations. The main component of solar radiations now are what? Visible light, infrared radiations, and the ultraviolet radiations. You know what are the visible lights, infrared radiations, and the ultraviolet radiations. Actually, it's um now we're gonna start out with heating effect of solar radiation on the plant. As I said, the radiation, this is the form of heat energy which leach out us in form of radiations. So it's the heat energy from the sun, but it leach us in the form of what? Radiation. That we call it leaches through visible lights, infrared range, and the ultraviolet radiations. So heating effect of solar radiation on the plants, heating effect of the solar radiations on the plants. So we're gonna start with a positive effect on the heating effect of solar radiation on the plant. is in a positive way, we're gonna say an optimum amount of heat on the plant favor the process of photosynthesis. One among of the factors that affect the photosynthesis, it is visible light. The light. eh, When there is a light, is where the plant is able to make it is food. Hmm? So what? Where now? It is used the visible light or infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiations involves can be involves in the breakage of complex compound, especially sugars. So in order to form the what we call the food. So plant form their foods in terms of photosynthesis process. And one of the factors of photosynthesis to occur is the presence of visible light. So in a positive way, or the positive effect of the radiation, when I say it is optimum amount of heat on the plant favor the process of photosynthesis. This enable plant to make their own food and hence provide it is glows. As you know, if you are not eating, guys, you can't live. Mm? So one of the positive impact, positive effect of these radiations enable the plants to make their own foods, so that they can grow. Uh, Another in negatives, we're gonna say excess solar radiation. So ultraviolet lights on a plant lead to the breaching of green pigment, which is called chlorophyll. As we know, one at the process take under the part which is called under the what's the greeny pigment, which is called the chlorophyll. So the lower the amount of food produced by the photosynthesis to the plant eating, hence the plant may and hence the plant may die. So that's among. So when the solar radiations are very excess, this can lead for the plant to die. And look at this one. When I say excess solar radiation on a plant leading to the excessive water loss in the form of water vapor. Commonly on the plant leaves or one under the process which is called transpirations. So guys, hope you know what is transpirations. Okay, and that is layer. Okay, so that is called okay. Sorry. Another influence of our earlier environment on the plant glows. Remember, we are discussing environmental physics under the part that's in the agriculture physics, how physics influence the agriculture. So by using the knowledge of physics, you can now able to control the radiation of the plants. So where it should be more optimum and not excess, as we have seen the effect of the excess what solar radiation. So for the plant to make it its own food, there must be optimum radiations and not the excess. So the other it is influence of our earlier environment on the plant glows. Ideal environment refer to the atmospheric condition resulting from a series of processes occurring on the atmosphere. These include the air temperature, wind, humidity, and the length. So influence of air environment on the plant growth. Okay, alien environment. Alien environment, this refer the alien environment, the alien environment refers to the atmospheric condition resulting from the series of processes occurring on the what? On the atmosphere. These include air temperature, wind, humidity, and rainfall. So these are the processes occur in the what? On the atmosphere. So this we call aerial environments. How do they affect? Now we can see windy effect on the plant growth. Positive effects. Windy, it can be seen, it is can be considered as one of the act as a pollinating agent for some plants, and hence favor what plant productivity. So we're gonna see now positive. One of the positive effect of the words of the wind, it is one of the agent of pollination. So for the plant to be productive, there must be pollination. So wind is among of the agent for pollination. So when I say one of the positive effect is wind act as the pollinating agent for some plant and hence favor plant productivity. Wind also favor evaporation of water from the plant leaves and that's maintain water balance for proper planting growth. So if there are some excess of water, so through transpirations, plant can lose this water to maintain. So it can lose this water to maintain the amount of water or to regulate the amount of water that is required to be present. Another negative effect, now we're gonna see the negative effect here. Negative effect is excess wind on environment lead to the plant bleak or cutting of tree bleaches. So this is, guys, when there is an excess winds, it may lead to the plant bleeding or cutting of trees. So this is maybe might be the words when I say the effect, the negative effect. As the wind speed increase further, the cell and the particular damage occur, followed by death of the plant tissues and then granaries appearance become more apparent. You can say that when the wind is high, when the speed of the wind is high, the cell and the cuticulars damage occur, followed by the death of the plant's tissues and greenery appearance become more apparent. As well as now. So these are some negative effect. At low wind speed, the effect seems to be an increase in transpiration. So at low wind speed, the effect seems to be an increase in what? In transpiration. So one of the factors that are affecting the transpiration is the wind. When the wind is high and when the wind is low. So when the wind is high, I would say it will lead to the uh, cell and cuticular damage. But when the wind is low, so there is an effect. There will be an increase in transpiration, where the transpiration is the process where the plant loses its water. So it is for the wind to affect it in a positive way, it should be optimal, not the excess, not low. Okay. Slow wind may also cause shed of flower. This lower plant productivity. So you can see now, those are the words are the negative effect of the plant growth. So guys, hope you enjoyed the session. We're gonna end up here, and for more tutorials and physics session, follow our YouTube channel. Thank you.